Hi. So I want to welcome you to our Labor in America class, and I am attempting to do this video so that you do not have to come to mandatory office hours like I generally have. So I'm Gosha Maffei. I'm your instructor. This is LSO4, Labor in America. First thing I want to say up front is, so everybody knows, Labor in America is a pro-union class. It's not a business class. So the reason I say this is often some students say, well, this class seems to be leaning towards unions. That is true. That's the whole point, is to get out the information that we often don't hear about through our classes here at LA Trade Tech. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to walk through the class with you. So it would be best if you opened up the class page yourself and you could walk through the class. So I'm sorry I look like I'm staring someplace else, but I am. So let's see what we can do here. All right, first of all, you'll notice that the first little insignia that's on the page is about the strike that's coming up. There's a strike coming up, or at least they're hoping for a nationwide strike of the McDonald's workers and the Wendy's workers, and they're all being paid minimally $7.50 to $8.50 an hour. And while they're being paid that, those corporations are making billions of dollars a year. So they're getting together and saying, I can't feed my family, I can't take care of myself on this amount of money, and they're looking to strike as of August 29th. So I put this information up there. I put a link up there so you can go to the pages and read about it. Apparently they made like $25 million in profits last year, but they won't raise the minimum wage for the workers. And most recently, one of the things that's happening, and it's not just McDonald's that is doing it, but they're starting to give people debit cards in lieu of money. So if you don't have a checking account, what they do is they give you a debit card. Now, if you don't have a checking account, when you use your debit account, you get charged money to take the money out. So if you want to pay your rent and you go with a debit card to a bank and you pull out money, you also get charged a debit fee. So it's like you're getting charged to use your own money, and it makes you wonder whether or not these corporations have some kind of connection with the banks that they would be willing to do this. So that's the first thing. So you'll be seeing lots of things, I hope, about this going on, and you'll be looking at during the course of the class. So the first thing you see is it's going to be the class is totally online. So there will be nothing going on where you have to meet in person unless you choose to. I mean, if there's a couple of you that are working together because you have classes together, then go right ahead. But the reality is that this is just an online class. There will be office hours, and I'll mention that in a second. So there's no in-person meetings. So I'm going to scroll right down now, and if you can see, I'm looking at the page, and maybe that might help somewhat if you can see the page there. Yes. So I'm going to scroll down the page, and that's where you should be looking. All right? So we're going down the page, and we're looking at what this is, and this is. Okay. So the first thing you'll see after you see that Labor in America is an overview of the course. You will also see that there is a student help desk, which you can post questions that each of you can help one another. There's a student lounge where you can just go in and leave messages, and other people might come and answer them later. There's a student chat room, so if somebody's on and you want to chat, you can do that at the same time while you're on. And there's a news forum where things are posted. Underneath that, you will see a red required, I hope you can see it, required responses from all students. You must fill out this before you can move on with the class. The class will not, the way the internet or the class site is set up, unless you respond to those, you cannot move on to do the classes. So please answer those right away. It's just basically a choice. Do you need reasonable accommodations? Do you promise not to cheat? That's what plagiarism is about, and the new email. So you have to check on those. All right? All right, let's stop now. I'll see if this is working, and if it's good, we'll move on to other ones.